Ever sat on a flight thinking, how did I end up in this seat? Your knees jammed into the tray table, no window, zero overhead space. And just your luck, you're sitting right next to the bathroom. You're not alone. Meanwhile, some passengers look like they are on a private jet. Feet up, blanket on, bag perfectly stowed, and they're dozing off before takeoff. What do they know that you don't? Here's the truth. Your airplane seat can make or break your flight. Airlines never tell you this, but there's a hidden system behind seat assignments. A game of strategy that can turn a miserable flight into a comfortable one without spending extra money. In this video, I'll reveal 10 powerful seat selection secrets airlines hope you'll never figure out. And stick around until the end, because I'll share my ultimate step-by-step seat strategy that I've tested on more than 200 flights. It works every single time. But before we dive in, hit that like button. It helps more smart travelers like you find these tips and keeps this channel flying. All right, tray tables up. Let's get started. Secret 1. The last row death trap. The seats at the very back of the plane. Airlines love to sell them, but they're secretly the worst seats on board. Why? Because they're designed to make your flight miserable. These are usually the seats that don't recline at all. On a long flight, that's not just uncomfortable. It's borderline unhealthy. Your spine stays locked upright for hours, causing stiffness that can last for days after landing. And yet, you're paying the same ticket price as the person 3 rows ahead who can recline freely. But that's not all. The bathroom traffic is relentless. Every passenger from the middle of the plane walks right past you. The smells, the noise, the doors constantly slamming. You'll wish you brought noise-canceling headphones and a gas mask. One flight attendant once told me she's seen passengers in the last row hit by bathroom doors dozens of times during a single flight. Pro tip: if you absolutely must sit near the back, choose an aisle seat in the second-to-last row instead. You'll still get to deplane faster than the very back row and avoid the constant bathroom chaos. Secret 2. The exit row illusion. Exit row seats are marketed like they're premium upgrades, extra legroom, preferred seating, all that jazz. But here's what airlines don't tell you. You're paying extra to do their job. In an emergency, you're responsible for operating that heavy exit door and assisting passengers. It's not just a comfy seat. It's a legal responsibility. And there's another catch. You lose your under-seat storage. Your personal bag, your snacks, your laptop all have to go in the overhead bin. And by the time you board, those bins are often full. I learned this lesson the hard way on a flight to Denver. I paid $45 extra for premium legroom, but ended up having to gate check my carry-on, wait an extra hour at baggage claim, and almost miss my connection. Plus, it's freezing near those exit doors. At 35,000 feet, the outside temperature can drop below minus 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That wall next to you? Barely insulated. So if you choose an exit row, bring layers. Comfort-wise, it's not as premium as it looks. Secret 3. The bulkhead seat trap. At first glance, bulkhead seats, those at the front of each section, look perfect. No one reclining into your space, more legroom, and a front row view of the cabin. But there's a hidden trade-off. Your tray table folds out from the armrest, meaning you lose armrest flexibility and the table is smaller and shakier. Good luck trying to work on your laptop or eat comfortably. Your armrests don't lift, which actually makes your seat narrower than standard economy. And because there's no seat in front of you, there's no under-seat storage. Everything you own goes in the overhead bin. Still, if you're traveling light and prioritize legroom over convenience, bulkhead seats can work for you. Just know exactly what you're giving up before you pay extra. Secret 4. The middle seat nightmare, and when it's smart. We all know the middle seat is the worst. Trapped between 2 strangers, no armrests, no space, no freedom. But it gets even worse. Studies show that air circulation is poorest in the middle seats, meaning you're more exposed to germs from nearby passengers. Still, there's one surprising situation where the middle seat actually makes sense. If you're traveling as a couple or a group of 3, booking all 3 seats in a row, window, middle, and aisle often guarantees extra space. If the flight isn't full, the middle seat between you may remain empty, giving you a full row to stretch out. That's right. The middle seat can be a secret weapon for comfort, but only if you plan it right. Secret 5. The Wilma Boarding Trap. Ever heard of Wilma boarding? Window, middle, aisle? It sounds efficient, but it's secretly designed to make aisle seat passengers suffer. Here's how. If you prefer the aisle, you now board last. By the time you get on, all the overhead bins are full, and you're forced to gate check your bag. That's not an accident. It's a tactic airlines use to encourage passengers to pay extra for early boarding. Here's your workaround. Book a window or middle seat first, board early, and secure your overhead space. Then, once seated, politely offer to swap with someone who has an aisle seat. Most passengers will happily trade for a window view, and you'll end up exactly where you wanted to be, with your carry-on safely stored above you. Secret 6. The front versus back sweet spot. Airlines want you to think it's either first class or nothing, but that's not true. There's a sweet spot in most narrow-body planes, rows 6 to 9. Here's why. You're close enough to the front for quick boarding and fast exit, but far enough from the chaos of crying babies and restless toddlers, usually seated in the first few rows. These rows sit directly above the wing, where the plane's center of gravity is located. That means less turbulence and smoother rides. Avoid rows 10 to 15 if you can. These are often the leftover seats for last-minute bookers, families separated from each other, or anyone who didn't pre-select a seat. In short, chaos central. Secret 7. The ultimate seat airlines don't want you to know. After analyzing hundreds of seat maps and flying over 200 flights, there's one seat that consistently delivers the best experience. The single center aisle seat on wide-body aircraft. This seat gives you aisle access, faster service, and minimal turbulence, all while avoiding the constant up and down of window seat passengers. You're perfectly positioned for comfort and convenience. To grab it, set an alarm for exactly 24 hours before your flight, when online check-in opens. Have your confirmation number ready, log in instantly, and claim that seat before anyone else does. Timing is everything. Secret 8. The Seat Guru Strategy. Airline seat maps can be misleading. They highlight preferred seats that look amazing but might be right next to the galley, the bathroom, or have limited recline. That's why I use SeatGuru.com before every flight. Just enter your flight number and aircraft type, and you'll see a color-coded seat map showing which seats to avoid and which are worth it. Green means great, yellow means caution, and red means avoid at all costs. This tool has saved me from dozens of bad seat experiences. Pro tip: always screenshot your seat map after booking. If the airline changes your aircraft later, you'll have proof of your original seat choice and can request a comparable one for free. Secret 9. The check-in timing trick. Most people check in randomly during the 24-hour window. Big mistake. The best seats are released right at the 24-hour mark, and they disappear within minutes. Set multiple alarms. Have your booking number ready. The moment check-in opens, log in, and refresh until you get the best seat available. I've seen passengers upgrade from middle seats to exit rows or premium aisles just by checking in 60 seconds earlier than everyone else. And here's a bonus hack. Even if you fly only once a year, join the airline's frequent flyer program. It's free and often gives you priority access to better seats during check-in. Secret 10. When paying for upgrades actually makes sense. Airlines love charging for upgrades, but sometimes it's worth it. Here's the math they don't want you to do. On long flights, paying $25 to $50 for a better seat can save you days of stiffness, poor sleep, and exhaustion. But here's the insider secret. Upgrade prices often drop dramatically within 24 hours of departure as airlines try to fill empty premium seats. Check the price when you first book, then check again the day before your flight. You'll often find discounts of 30 to 50%. That's how frequent flyers get premium economy seats without paying premium prices. The ultimate seat selection strategy. Let's put it all together. Here's your complete playbook to beat the airlines at their own game. Step 1. Use Seat Guru to research your exact aircraft before booking. Step 2. Target the center aisle seat on wide-body aircraft or rows 6 to 9 aisle on narrow-body planes. Step 3. Set your 24-hour check-in alarm and act fast. Step 4. If you end up with a bad seat Watch for last-minute upgrade deals within 24 hours of takeoff. Step 5. If you prefer an aisle, always have a Wilma backup plan. Book a window first, board early, then swap. 5 minutes of strategy can be the difference between a miserable flight and a relaxing journey. Airlines are counting on passengers to just accept whatever they assign, but now you know better. So, which of these seat secrets surprised you most? Have you ever been stuck in a nightmare seat? Maybe near the bathroom or behind a crying baby? Tell me your story in the comments. I read every single one of them. If this video helped you become a smarter traveler, smash that like button and subscribe for more insider travel hacks airlines don't want you to know.